Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, dogs, and cats, and welcome back to Calm Down Level Up. And we are here finally for our first ever Calm Down Level Up Country Balls art show. We're going to see a lot of amazing pieces here today. A lot of work and effort went into all of these, and they're just really good. And I'm really excited to share with you the art that you guys produced. It's amazing. Here we go. To start us off, we're going to be looking, we got some categories here because there were a lot of reoccurring themes within the pieces you guys made. We're going to start off with Croatia, or Bavaria, because a lot of pieces were made about this guy. Now, first off, from Croatian Mapping, we have a comic here. I really like this one because it really is very on par. Just everyone wanted to be Croatia, so they kept taking Croatia and becoming Croatia. And in the end, they wanted Finland to be Croatia too, and I love Finland's face on the last panel. Next up, from Adam Myers, we have another Chronicles of Bavaria comic. This tale starts off when Burgonya was officially defeated, and they all wanted to splice up Burgonya, but Bavaria wanted to make sure that they had a disconnected piece, and basically just making the point that he's very annoying in peace deals. Then when Prussia died, Bavaria did the same thing again, where they had another weird disconnected piece. And then finally, when Bavaria eats Croatia, they become Croatia, and Serbia is really confused. This one's really cool because it looks very well made, and it's a merge between Bavaria and Croatia's flags, which I think is really cool. We have one here where Bavaria and Serbia are having a conversation. Serbia is a little confused why Bavaria looks a little different. You know, they have a new look. Here from Raven in Heaven, we have the fate of Benelux, sadly. And last but not least, a disgusting merge between Croatia and Bavaria. It's kind of like a mad scientist's test gone wrong. Next up, we have a bunch about Finland. The Croat-Finnish War. It's basically just Croatia and Serbia with bats beating the crap out of Finland. Here we have a nice comic. It's actually very sad because poor little Finland asks Serbia for help when Croatia is beating up Finland, and then all Serbia does is get in on it and help Croatia, and Finland's crying. Oh, that's so sad. Jeez. Here's from Jan. Remember Pomerania? This is him now. Feel old yet? They changed into Finland and got Croatia stabbing him in the back. Next up, we have some comics about Guangdong. Actually, they're both the same thing. We have a reference to the "Why Are You Running" meme here, when Kedah or Pakistan is just chasing Guangdong, and there's actually a little country ball of me there too, which is pretty cool. This one's from Banana God. This one's perfect actually because it really shows how absurd the shape of Kedah is, where they're just reaching all the way around and grabbing Guangdong, and then there's just India there, or Lucknow, watching, and they can't do anything because Kedah's really strong. Next, we have a couple comics about the World War. This basically was the World War in a nutshell. We had the Transcaucasian Federation and Serbia, both just really kicking Assyria's butt. Assyria did good against Transcaucasia, but it was only a matter of time. And then we have little dead Tanatuva over in the corner. And this is actually the first one that was submitted, and I still think this was like the best one made. Now here's just a bunch of random ones that didn't really fit into any of those categories. We have the Ukrainian state that turned into a giant snake. We have Greenland winning Victory Royale because, you know, they're just stuck over there and no one can get them. We have this very high quality, very well made one of Serbia looking at all of his dead comrades, Pomerania, Guangdong, and Assyria. Here's a pretty good one of the mainland European countries looking in confusion at the war between East Anglia and Ireland. Here's one where France and Germany reminisce about stalemating in World War I while watching Iberia and the Benelux basically do the same thing. A very well rendered Assyria, Alabama, Virginia, and a very sad little poor Alaska down there. A Europe with quite a lot of different conversations going on, showing the different situations. And last but not least, one very happy red boy. Well, thank you guys for all the submissions. It was really fun looking at all these. We'll do something like this again in the future. And if you didn't participate this time, it's totally cool. Make sure you do it next time though. It'll be super fun. Alright, here's the video. Hello ladies and gentlemen, boys, girls, dogs, and cats, and welcome back to Calm Down Level Up. Today we are finally back in our Every State Independent series. Wow, we're getting really far in this already, jeez. But welcome back everybody, and this is a very special episode because we've just hit 20k on the channel. And I've been showing that for a while, so thank you everybody for subscribing and being awesome. That means we're gonna have a couple of really cool, entertaining videos coming out soon, which I'm not going to spoil, but they will be the next videos that come out in between Every State Independent, so make sure to watch out for those. But anyways, boys, thank you very much again for 20k. Now we're on the road to 25 or 30, whichever goal I choose, I guess. But it's gonna be pretty sweet, so thank you. All right, boys, let's get into this. Now the world is going to be changing so much faster than it has in the past. There were episodes in the past where from start to beginning there wasn't too many changes, but now like every episode a major part of the world changes permanently. And this episode, that's going to be Africa, because Serbia is at war with the Empire of the Lion. Now Serbia is so much stronger than Empire of the Lion, but that does not mean they're going to have an easy time here. This canal is very hard for the AI to get across. I did force them to research naval stuff, so they actually build navies. A lot of these countries are now building destroyers, so they will actually be able to take naval superiority and actually make naval invasions pretty soon. But man, those destroyers, each one is going to be worth so much, because if they spend a bunch of time building one and then they lose it, they are going to be in a lot of trouble. But as you can see, Empire of the Lion is guarding this canal very well. Now Serbia does have a few divisions over here in their territory in Egypt, but it does look like Emperor of the Lion is going to be able to just surround them very fast over here in the desert. They won't do very well. These Empire of the Lion troops are suffering from attrition right now only because they're training, and that'll probably stop pretty soon here. We also have Magrib People's Republic. Now this country is going to have to choose a side to fight on, because this country fighting Gambia right now, but I believe that after it's done fighting Gambia, it's going to have to choose declare war on Serbia or declare war on Lion. Now which one it chooses will probably depend on who wins in Egypt right here. If Empire of the Lion is able to hold the line and take over Serbia's territories, then Magrib will probably declare war on what it perceives as the weaker one, which is Serbia. But if Empire of the Lion starts taking a hit from Serbia and they cross the canal and they push down, Magrib will definitely declare war on Lion and try to seize more of Africa for itself. If you guys remember, Magrib is very strong. They're almost as strong as Serbia. I'd say Serbia is probably a bit stronger than them. I'd say Serbia is probably a bit stronger than them, but this country is no joke. It is stronger than Ethiopia. And other than that, that's basically what's going on. We're also waiting for Alaska to die, Virginia and Alabama slowly invading them. We're also waiting to see what happens between Central America and Peru, Bolivia, because that war is still occurring. And China is getting smaller and smaller. The original Chinese states are disappearing so fast. Qaeda is invading down into southern Indochina and will soon hold the entire coast from Iran to northern China. That is incredible. But we do have the first hits being taken over here. Ethiopia has taken a lot of the coastal tiles in Egypt. Central Australia declared war on Tasmania. Does that mean that Central Australia actually has a navy now? Look at this, Central Australia. This is our first instance of a country actually building a navy and will actually now be able to do naval invasion. There it is. I believe that is the first ship built in this entire campaign. An Australian destroyer. That actually puts Australia in a good place. Even though they only have 40 factories and 26 divisions, they will be able to start conquering island nations before anyone else. Central Australia might even sprawl all the way through Oceania and possibly take most things here. Now that'd be really fun to watch. Another major front is Croatia and Iberia versus Benelux. We all know what's going to happen to Benelux, guys. Benelux is not going to be around for too much longer. They are now very much losing on the Iberian front, and the attack from Croatia does not help whatsoever. But that also is going to do something interesting in the future. That is going to pit Iberia versus Croatia pretty soon. And after that, whoever survives, Croatia or Iberia, they will either declare war on Serbia or East Anglia, depending on whether they've built a navy or not. Possibly even Ireland. Looks like Serbia was able to dump more divisions over here into northern Egypt because they have that naval port. Now, does that mean that Serbia has a navy? I'm not sure. It doesn't necessarily mean that, but they could have a navy at this point. No, Serbia has still 0 ships. The Dominican Republic finally annexed Haiti. That war lasted for so long. I don't believe Dominican Republic has a navy. 0 ships. So they won't be able to start their naval expansion for a while. So far, early victories for Empire of the Lion. They've seized most of Serbia's African territory. including this whole chunk over here, is almost gone. And actually, the bump of land that Serbia is controlling in northern Egypt is getting smaller and smaller, forcing a lot of Serbian troops to leave. They're suffering too much attrition in here, and they're just not... There's not enough room for this many divisions, I don't think. Each time territory in northern Africa gets taken by an outside power, Empire of the Lion always seems to be there to take it back or help defend it. And they held up this time too. Empire of the Lion retook a bunch of the northern land. They're probably way too weak, but they might, in a blue moon, have some sort of chance of invading Serbia. Uh-oh, Kedah has just gotten stronger. They've taken 6 states, and southern Indochina was finally annexed. 194,000 equipment was captured. They've now declared war on Hunan, which was definitely the next target. Wow, look, Kedah is already there. I also kind of like how this pocket of troops from the Benelux never died. I think the Benelux will capitulate and surrender before this pocket actually dies. And that's just awesome to me. Somehow they got cut off. Iberia was never actually able to kill them. And here they go, boys. Back to where it all started for Friesland. Formed Iberia and moved the capital to Holland. But it looks like Holland is going to fall here in a sec. It has. Rest in peace. What an amazing, fun country to watch. And I believe that is it right there. It is just frozen. We'll probably see a peace deal here in a sec, unless it freezes. Alright, boys. That is our peace deal. Looks pretty bad. But it might even itself out here in a sec, because the Croatian SFSR has officially declared war on Iberia. 2 of the most watched and anticipated countries in Europe finally about to duke it out. Nationalist Iberia took 15 states, Croatia took 4 states. So Croatia didn't get much out of it, but they did join pretty late. 430,000 equipment was seized. One of these 3 states is going to be the last country that is truly Chinese. Unless you want to count Manchuria up here, I guess you would count Manchuria. But of like the southern area of China and a lot of the places that we would stereotypically think of when we think of China, they're disappearing really fast and they're going to be gone. One of them will be the last. Empire of the Lion's army has grown as well. In the beginning of the war, they had about 80 divisions. And now they have 99, so they're actually building up their army. They've gained about 20 divisions. The clash of 2 giants in Europe has started. It looks like we're actually seeing Iberian victories down in the south, and then roughly neutral. Actually, Iberia is winning a lot of the battles where they're both defending and attacking. I think Iberia or Serbia would be the most fit to come up against Croatia. It looks like there's actually no Croatian divisions down here in the south. They are seemingly rushing down here. You can see a lot of divisions walking down to the south. But Iberia is definitely going to take advantage of this while they can. Hopefully surround this division here. Why they're not pushing yet, I don't know. Serbia has officially been removed, from Africa at least. All of their African holdings are gone. They've lost northern Egypt. And now all Ethiopia has to do is just perpetually hold off Serbia, making them weaker and weaker and weaker slowly. Until hopefully an outside power declares war on Serbia and helps them out. Check this out too. Kedah has just formed Indochina, which is interesting because we all thought, or at least I thought, that Guangdong was going to be forming Indochina. But look at this. A new formed country, great flag. I think this officially indicates that Kedah is a major player now that they're formed. They have a huge amount of territory. They're pretty new, like we didn't really see them coming for a while. But they are definitely serious and dangerous because there's still a bunch of small states for them to take out before they go after bigger guys. And even Lucknow, not that strong, pretty small. Lucknow will probably be annexed into Indochina fairly soon. But thanks again for watching, boys, and thank you all for those amazing and pretty funny submissions for our first ever Calm Down Level Up Country Balls art show. It was awesome. So if you like this video, make sure to hit like, favorite, and subscribe. Thanks for 20K, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.